And here we are with this week's holiday edition of the Grimm Tales podcast.
Yeah, buddy. One of my favorites, to be honest with you. I love the seasonal.
I'm growing to fucking hate it.
Well, yeah,
not the season,
but
not the season itself, but this.
The choices, man. That's what's been fucking things up, man.
Last year, you know what? I really hoped. I was really hoping that we were gonna have a better turnaround. And
yeah, I don't know.
See, here's the thing. I think that because we're doing the quest now. We're obviously if you're watching this Wednesday, we had our other episode that was on the mean one. You've already watched that if you're watching this episode. And then we watched this one, and it hurts. All right, it fucking hurts to be double wet. I've literally suffered the last 48 hours.
I'm gonna tell you, I had diarrhea for 2 days.
Oh,
because of these movies,
dude. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not going to go too far into the other one. You're going to watch it. If you really want to know about the other one, then you guys got to have to watch that. But I swear to Christ, the wokeness in both of these fucking movies.
Oh yes,
both of them.
Yep. This one
was worse.
This one, oh my god, yeah.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to say something about this. In the beginning, I didn't care, right? Because I was like, oh, I seen that there was like a gay couple. I was like, I don't really care about that. You know, people are gay and people have gay, whatever. That's normal. Yeah. And but it's like, okay, do you know how rare it is to have multiple gay people in your family? In direct family?
It's rare. You only have one or...
So you're going to tell me that your aunt's gay, your brother's gay, and by the end of this film, the daughter's gay.
Her daughter's gay. Yep, her best friend. Obviously, is gay.
Here, check this out. Ready? But ready for this one. She wasn't gay through the whole film, but then magically became gay at the end.
At the end, yeah, when he had.
It's a Christmas miracle. What the dude? This movie was so atrociously inclusive, right? Everything that they could do in this movie to make it inclusive, in their words, they did. And they didn't do it because it fit the story. They did it because this basically was a woke ideology movie.
Oh, mind you, it came out this year, 2023, a fresh movie, and it was definitely lesbian driven.
No, it was basically an LGBTQ billboard.
LGBTQ advertisement, yeah.
That's all it was. Like You notice here's the thing, and then mind you, this has nothing to do with like gay couples or anything. It has nothing to do with that. But did you notice the only actual white heterosexual couple in the film? They were the evil ones. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like this fucking movie was so blatantly made for this current generation of this time right here.
Now you do know what this is a slasher remake of?
Yeah,
right?
The Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Yep.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. I knew that it was going to be okay. Before we get into that, let me get it out of the way, because we when we ever have these shit piles of shows,
we get over
worked up. Yeah. So before that, all you guys who are watching for the first time, this is the Grimm Tales podcast. Tonight we're doing our show on It's a Wonderful Knife, which the fucking name is stupid.
A-N, not life.
No, knife. This. So that's what we're doing tonight. What we do here is we give a nice little talk down of the film. It's complete spoilers ahead, so be aware. This isn't like The Quest where we keep it spoiler free. This one is spoiler heavy, so if you haven't watched the film, make sure to stop now, go watch the film, and come back and discuss it, and let us know what you think. Or if you don't really care, you can listen to our debate on it and then watch our score at the very end, where we give all our scores and our final judgings and everything else on that. But yeah, before all that, make sure you see it down below. Boom. Get to it. That's noblegi.com, NOBULLGI.com. Get to it. That's All Things Noble. Our merch store is there, which very, very soon, I think maybe next week, there will be a Christmas sale going on. So make sure to check that out over on the website. Also, check out our full catalog, past, present, and future, every episode we've ever done. Affiliations, Synth Pop Radio, VNG Dev, and Abomination Realm. And everything else, purely there, guys. Get there, noblegi.com. It's all there.
Go check it out.
But
now,
this fucking dumpster goddamn fire.
So, you know what bothered me about the movie so much.
Oh,
the most.
Please do tell, because I can name 1,000 things. But go on.
So basically, all right. So I'll break down the movie really quick. Basically, a girl kills a serial killer that was going around named Angel, by the way, just like It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
She kills him. Now, the town hates her. She makes a wish that she wishes she was never born. Now, mind you, we already know who the fucking killer is.
Yeah.
So I hate that. I hate knowing. So on the second half, when she goes in the parallel universe, right? We already know who the killer is. That's so boring.
Oh, yeah.
That fucks with me. Like you already killed him once. Now you got to kill him again.
Do you know what this film was dick riding the hell out of? And I immediately picked up on it and annoyed the hell out of me.
To me, it was Scream.
Yeah. Scream. Yeah. I Know What You Did Last Summer. All those like stupid ass fucking like slasher.
Movies,
yeah. That's what this was like. It basically mixed A Wonderful Life and Scream.
So he had a white fucking cape over his whole body.
What killer in their right mind wears all white?
Yeah. When you're in the business of making people bleed.
Yeah.
Why would you wear white? And then he had a faceless mask. It was just a white fucking plastic mask.
This actually had it. Okay. Again, I will say before, this movie was made for this movie tried to I was reading about it. Apparently this movie tried to capitalize off of the hype of Thanksgiving.
Oh, did it? The movie Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Because it's a fairly new movie. They all kind of work out. So they're like, well, shit. They had such a successful, apparently, we haven't seen it yet, but apparently a very successful Thanksgiving movie. Hey, let's make this stupid fucking fire. And hey, you ready for this? This director is 2 for 2 now for me. Do you know the director? Okay. Do you know what other film this person did?
It was Freaky, I think it was called.
No. You ready for this one? All right. Apparently, this motherfucker, this is how you know it's a bad movie, right? When you've worked on 2 movies in 1 year, back to back, this, take a wild guess. Take a wild guess what other movies were.
I think it was called Freaky, right? Or am I wrong?
Well, there's a Freaky Girl or something like that was one of them, yes. But no, that's not the only movie. The other movie I'm talking about came out this year as well. And, hey, you ready for this? We also did it on a Grimm Tales podcast episode of this season.
We did?
Yes.
Please indulge me.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
That's what the that's what the good old interweb says. Yeah, they're responsible for Freaky Girl, this one, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
So we should have known this fucking thing was going to be a stinker.
Oh, man. You know what? I wanted to, because it's a parody movie, right?
It is.
Both the ones we just did were fucking parodies.
Yeah, yes, they were, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. No more parodies.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I am a huge fan of parody movies. There is a parody movie out there called Pinocchio from the original.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, my God. We got to do a short on that one, too, because that one was amazing to me. But, yeah, a lot of parody movies could be good. It just
I'm sure they could. But, my God. Like I said, this movie, like, in the beginning, I was okay. I wasn't expecting much, right? But I was expecting to be tolerable, which... This was tolerable than the other one. I'll give it that. Okay, I will give it that. But regardless of that, I started off the movie, and everything happened so fucking fast. Like, they didn't even... Like, you're going to tell me 5 minutes into the fucking movie, the motherfucker's already going on a killing spree? You didn't even build up to him, right?
He goes on a killing spree, and then, let's just say 5 minutes later, he's killed.
Yeah, and then it's back again, right? But it's like... But here's the thing, like everybody, I know there's gonna be some people like, oh, you're gonna dog on it because there was a gay couple in it. No, I didn't even care at that point. My woke meter didn't start moving heavily,
until the whole
till about maybe halfway through the movie.
Yeah, and on the second scene, her and her new best friend, they called her, what was her name? They used to make fun of her or whatever.
Oh,
the
Weirdo?
Other girl. Weirdy or Weirdo they called her. Yeah, Weirdo or whatever.
Which is whatever. You know what? Here's my okay. Here's one of my pet peeves with this one. You ready for this? This movie tried to be pure wokeness by the end of the movie. Okay, like I mean, it started out okay, and then by the end of the movie, this movie was just like a woke billboard. But you're going to sit there and tell me this, and this is the purest example of woke ideology of how the hypocrisy is. You're going to tell me that it's okay. You can include all the stuff, the interracial relationships, which, hey, normally I wouldn't care about.
Problem,
but if you're beating me over the head with it for the sake of, you put it in there for the sake of putting it in there.
Right.
You didn't put it in there because it fit the story. You put it in there because it was part of the woke culture and you needed to have it in there, right? That's the only reason why. Everything in this movie was put there because it needed to be for the wokeness.
Yeah,
okay,
it was a huge advertisement. Nothing wrong with interracial relations. I'm in one.
No, I've been in several. I'm shit. Let me tell you
Nothing wrong with that. But when you're gonna like throw it in my face,
that's the thing. You don't need to.
It,
but that's the thing. Inclusion of people with there a crazy inclusion. Like, everything that was considered diverse was in the film, and then anything that was considered, I don't know, basically, like if you were a white heterosexual male or woman, you were the bad guy.
You were bad.
But everybody else, man, and if you were a man, if you notice, every man in this film was a dumbass or evil. Did you notice that? Because I noticed that. But okay, with all that aside, right? All that aside, they still had time to make fun of the outcast. You notice that?
The outcast
the girl was,
right?
Yeah, she was called a weirdo and a freak and everything through the whole film, and everybody was laughing at him, but everybody else who was inclusive, they were all considered normal.
Yeah, yeah.
But
who cares about her?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They even made
about her feeling.
They even made the assumption that she was going to kill herself after holidays. You remember that?
Yeah.
This was going to be my last holiday. Now, and I looked this up. I looked this up as well. Even people that are part of the LGBTQ community said this one same thing. The additive of the girl being gay at the end was unnecessary.
No.
Exactly. It didn't. You could have all the gay couples you wanted through the whole thing, right? Because they're gay, right? But you're going to tell me that this girl was never gay, but because of the Christmas spirit, she became gay.
She had the gay spirit.
Yeah.
It just came over her. That whole thing.
Even people in the LGBT community thought that was awful.
Yeah.
Like,
it was.
You don't become gay. The fact that an LGBT community driven movie actually had the goal to make the assumption that you can just become gay. You don't become gay. If you're gay, you're gay.
You flip a switch and you're gay. Apparently,
you don't have a traumatic fucking event in your life and go, man, I want to suck some dick.
In their case, I want to eat some pussy.
Yeah, right. You don't do that. That's not how that fucking works. That's like me waking up tomorrow and saying that I'm 100% completely heterosexual, just because I feel like it.
Right. Yep.
No.
Look at the light.
That's not how that works. Like, oh my fucking God, that's like, this movie was atrocious on so many levels.
Yeah, because there was no insinuation that she was gay at all throughout the beginning.
No, none.
Except the end, yeah.
My bad. No, they made insinuations right from the get-go. I knew where it was going because when she was at the party and she went, no. But I'm saying, you remember right in the beginning when she was sitting at the party and she waved at her? And then they made that face.
Weirdo did,
yeah, and I'm like, oh God, I see where this is going.
Now let me
like if the girl was gay, I wouldn't have confused
me.
Go ahead.
What? So Weirdo and the main actress were never really friends in the first half, right?
No,
they weren't friends.
No.
So then, how is it that she then went into a parallel universe, became best friends with her? Now we find out she's gay. Came back to the original world and knocked on her door. Huh?
And she remembered by the end, even when she came back. Okay, they explain that. Remembered. They do that because apparently she still remembers. She didn't forget. She was the only one. And you know why? I can tell you right now. I know why. I know where the director's mind. Even though this is a plot hole and it was not explained, I can tell you where the director's mind was. It was the power of love that made her remember.
Gay love.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was gay.
It was the power of the clam slam.
Well, she should have had a scene. That would have made the movie much better. A little clam slamming would have been decent.
Everybody should. You know what? I think this movie everybody should have just had sex with everybody.
That's it.
Everybody. The dudes fucking the dude. You ever just like the dudes? They had all like, I don't know. At that point, I didn't even. Okay. I know a lot of people are going to be like, man, you're just dogging on it because of that. Here's the thing. Even in the very beginning of the movie, they had the two dudes making out. Didn't care.
Yeah. Didn't
bother me none. Like, hey, if their boyfriend and they're in a relationship, so of course they're going to fucking make out. Whatever. Didn't care. But my grief rate, what really, okay, and I didn't even mind the friends being gay, right? Okay, whatever, you're pushing it now. But now I found out dude, half the town was gay. You're gonna tell me that in this one family, her brother's gay, she's gay now, and her aunt's gay, and her dad might be homosexual.
Yeah, right, because he was really
really into Boss Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, in a Boss Man or whatever, yeah. Might have been gay too, so yeah.
And yo, let me tell you something. In the parallel universe, mom's over there getting dogged by a teenager, look like he's part of the football team.
Right?
Like, what?
What? Yeah, age don't matter either.
Because, there's ageism. You're not allowed to discriminate against that either.
Yeah, yep. And if he was underage, well, that's almost acceptable in
this day and age, yeah. This movie was a pure flagship for wokeism. And it didn't, you know what really annoyed me about it? It didn't even start that way.
No.
Like, I was actually willing to, I was willing to, at most, by like a quarter into the movie, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to give it a 1.5 on the woke meter, right? That's what I was thinking. 1.5 out of 10. I was like, it did move it, so I got to put it in there. By the end of I won't give you my score yet. Obviously, that's for later. But by the end of the fucking movie, it was not a 1.5.
No. Nope.
And did you know there's a post-credit scene to this fucking film?
No, I did not, so I missed it. What happened?
It showed the knife at the very end, so basically what that means is they're teasing the possibility of a sequel. Never.
No, thank you.
This is going, I will watch Scream before I watch this movie. You know what? I'm going to be so bold. I would watch... Ooh, and this hurts my feelings saying this. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. Never mind. No, I thought I would be able to say that. I was going to say I would watch Red Snow over this, but no, Red Snow is still pretty bad. This is not. Yeah, this is definitely bad. But I would watch Scream. I would watch Scream over this film.
Would you rather Winnie the Pooh over this?
I would watch Winnie the Pooh 8 times before this fucking movie.
I remember you hated Winnie the Pooh.
I did, but no, I truly don't like this movie. And don't get me wrong, it's not the worst movie I ever seen. But it was atrocious in so many levels. It was a hook and bait. Basically where it's like, hey, we got this confusing little story, which made no sense, by the way. The story was rushed. It was horrible.
Normally, you wish upon a star, but do you ever wish upon the Aurora Borealis or whatever those things were?
It's not even that. That's not even it.
Lights?
It was basic. Okay, this is the fucking crazy part of plot holes. You ready for this? So the Aurora Borealis, there we go. Took me a second. Appeared because of the spirit of the killer.
That's right. Yeah.
So check this. The spirit of the killer granted her wish, which is weird. Okay, makes no fucking sense. But then, in order to get back from the parallel universe, that same that now it needs to kill him. So now I want you to what sense are you making right now?
Fuck. Are you for the killer, Mr. Aurora Borealis, or are you against the killer? I don't know.
Dude, none of this movie. Here's the thing. You ready? Did you notice a pattern with this fucking director? I've noticed it. The director, I don't know about the other one, the girl one. I don't know anything about that one, and I'm not going to watch it either. This motherfucker is two and all for me. Out of the 2 movies that I've seen with this motherfucker's made, okay? Both movies are depictions of somebody else's work.
Right.
This one tried, and I was actually in the very, very beginning, I was like, okay, this is a horror parody of A Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be good.
Yeah. Let's give that a chance, right? That sounds interesting. Until 30 minutes into the film.
Yeah.
The movie, dude, I have never back-to-back ever had to force myself to finish movies.
I will say, I was just going to get to that. I will say this. The movie, in my opinion, was so atrocious that it kept me engaged to just know how it was going to end. I will say that.
I watched
because
it
I
because I
already
had
knew
to.
the killer and everything, and I said, "Is there going to be a plot twist? Is there going to be?
There,
Is there going to be
there wasn't even
another
a plot
killer?"
twist.
No, nothing. Same killer, same everything.
Everything. Like this
Except
whole...
that now he was like the mayor or something of the city or whatever. I don't know.
Well, no, he was always mayor. He was mayor of the first part too.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna tell
I
me
don't know.
this is oh man, you're gonna tell me this movie had the balls to sit there and act like you're gonna tell me all this atrocious shit happened because one girl wasn't born? She was so important. She was so
Yes.
important that she held
Yep.
the glue of the entire community together. She stopped
Yep.
she stopped the government themselves from being corrupt and taking over the whole town. And then the fact that this movie liked to play with the idea of a supernatural level.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody was like
What?
possessed. You
Yeah.
notice that? Like the guy controlled. It was like a cult.
Yeah,
At the end,
dude, there was
like, what the fuck?
supernatural fact, dude. If they would have left the supernatural, if they would have left this a slasher film, I would have been a little more forgiving on it. But they tried to make this movie so many things that it shouldn't have been.
Now let's touch on that because I'm gonna tell you this movie had the most ferocious kills ever. Like
Oh,
none of
my
the
God.
kills amazed me in any way, shape, or form. The most boringest kills throughout the whole movie. This movie had it.
Absolutely, no, I totally agree. Totally agree.
Terrible.
Totally. Now, again, I wouldn't call it the worst I've ever seen, because man,
Oh, there's been, but I mean,
there's been worse. But this is bad.
Yeah,
It's bad.
yeah. And it makes sense that it made so little back too, because it only made like $600,000.
No, they made more.
back.
I got the whole.
More after
Yeah,
that?
because since it's come out, I got the actual numbers here.
Okay, I read 600,000. What did
No,
you
no.
find?
The initial was 600,000, but that was only in the opening. The overall
Okay.
box office was totally different. Where the fuck did I get that? I have it here. Hold on.
I'm surprised it went higher than that.
It went higher than it should have went. To be honest with you. Okay, here we are, right here. Okay. It's a Wonderful Knife had its world premiere at Beyond Fest on October 8th, 2023. That's how new this film is. Okay.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles, it was released to 923 theaters in the United States by RLJE Films on November 10th, 2023, and grossed $811,307 with 14,153 $14,153 in the United Arab Emirates for a worldwide gross of 825,460. And I know this was a success. There's no way this movie probably had a budget of at least 100,000.
Yeah, because I could not find it anywhere. But yeah, I can't see this being filmed on no more than that.
You want to know what I really want to know? And I know someone's not gonna like me saying this, but I don't give a fuck. Okay. Why the fuck would this movie make 14,000 in the United Arab place? What? For one, it's a Christmas movie,
Yeah, I thought.
and it's a horror movie, and it's a
and I
woke
thought
movie and has
they
gay
did.
people in it. How the hell does any of that get away in the Arab
And
Emirates?
Yeah, very, 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 very Muslim-related country.
Yeah,
Understand it,
and
right?
this
Yeah.
movie this is like complete blasphemy on so many levels.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how the
like this at
fuck
all.
did this movie make $14,000?
I have no idea.
Who the fuck broke the law and watched this movie? How the fuck did it get approved to be watched there?
I used key. You just said the keyword. Who broke the law?
Yeah, who broke
Because
the
I
law to
don't-
let this movie get there? Because it's like there is nothing Islam friendly about this film.
Oh God, no.
It is
No.
like pro LGBTQ, which is completely the complete opposite of anything that they like.
Yeah.
And this is not
Yeah, I
dogging
don't-
them. This is a fact. If you are of the Islam, if you practice Islam, you are not pro LGBTQ.
No, you're not pro homosexuality. No, at all.
There is no such thing. And
Not at all.
if someone ever comes to me and tells me they're a gay Muslim, I'm gonna shit myself. Like I will shit all over and I will eat my shitty underwear if someone does it. Okay. There's no fucking
That's a
way.
good point. That is a wonderful point. I don't know.
You know what? I honestly think these are doctored. I think that's bullshit. I think they
yeah.
put that information out there to kind of make it better than it actually seemed. Because how the
Yeah.
fuck does that even work?
Yeah, I didn't even think they. Oh, well, I don't want to say that. That's a little. I was gonna say that I didn't think they watch movies.
WWE did do their shows in Saudi Arabia, and the women have to wear big ass bulky clothes if they do it, and that was that was even pushing it because they didn't even want women wrestlers there.
Yeah, yeah. I think WWE had to work their magic to allow.
Yeah, just to allow them to wrestle, but then they have to wear these very big baggy clothes because they're not allowed to see shape.
They can't show shape. Yeah.
So you're gonna tell me that was such a big deal, but yet you can have like two guys kissing on fucking camera and fucking what? Get the fuck out of here! That's not Islam friendly. I think that's bullshit.
Best I can say is the people that watched this movie were rich people, so they're kind of a little bit above the laws and everything, I guess.
But how do you even get the film in the fucking into the countries? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
Like maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe this is in because I don't know if all Arab Emirate countries are Islam or Muslim. I don't know.
Maybe we're just ignorant. I don't know.
Maybe there's maybe that too.
We're not understanding the whole thing. But as far as
all I know is this movie was a big ass LGBTQ billboard. And Absolutely. You knew that halfway through, not all the way in. Like I said, you can be forgiven to watch the first 20, 30, even 30 minutes of this film and be like, "Oh, this is not going to be. It's not." And here's not bad. Yeah, you couldn't. And you go into the movie don't take it serious, right? The movie is not made to be a great movie. It's made to be a parody, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that would have been fine. And you know what? You could have had the gay boyfriends and shit, and that would have made no difference. But the fact that you're going to sit there and and tell me that sister's gay by the end of the film, she was straight, but she turned gay, right? Her brother's gay, and her aunt's gay.
Yep, and her mom's
a hoe,
a young guy. Yep,
and her dad might be gay.
Yep,
or at the very least bisexual. He likes pole.
He likes.
And you know what? And here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just how you delivered it.
Well, right. Yep.
Like you delivered this in such a manner that you were basically saying, hey, we only made this movie to put LGBTQ stuff in it. The movie doesn't have to make sense. It's inclusive.
Yeah, the mom and dad obviously had an open relationship. Nothing wrong with that either. But
no, nothing wrong with that at all. But
no.
But here's the other. How the fuck they got her brother a truck.
Oh yeah,
for Christmas. But then and she even said in the movie, "You got me a lesbian throwover for Christmas, and then you got my brother a truck." Like what? Nobody talks like this. None of the people. Okay, there's one thing being a parody, and then there's another thing being a movie that is so bluntly, obviously off the cuff that it's insulting.
Yeah, and now were there big names? Besides William Thomas or whatever?
Yeah, I wouldn't say huge names. I wouldn't say huge names, but they are known names.
Because I personally found the acting to be atrocious in some parts.
Justin Long, which is the one who played the mayor, he's a known actor. He's been around for quite a while. I'm trying to think. I want to say Joel Mikhail is. I think I've seen him in something, but I'm not 100% sure. Catherine Isabel, I've seen her in some shit. Of course, William Davis. He's a small screen actor. Most of them are small screen actors.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them are small, but I mean, it's just like.
I wasn't impressed with the acting. I wasn't impressed with
the acting wasn't atrocious because it was a parody movie, so I wasn't really it was bad, right? But it wasn't the worst I've ever seen. It was just this movie. That's like me. Okay, that's like me being Okay, here you go. I got it. You ready? That's like me wanting to make a show, right? And me writing a show. But now, all right, even on perfect example, right? Let's go my game shows, right? I try to be biased on game shows. Yeah, of course, I have my opinions, and I do lean towards my opinions, but I do try to be a little more open with video games, and I try, even with the movies, I try to be a little more open, but the people that, but that's like me saying, well, you know what? I don't like woke culture at all, so I won't watch anything that has anything to do with any kind of wokeness at all. That's me driving a narrative. This movie was nothing but a narrative. It had no interest in telling a story. It had no interest in being funny. It had no interest in being anything other than a driving force for a political message.
Well, I also say this was a political message that you had to pay for to watch.
Oh yeah, that's
well, okay.
Now, okay, to be fair, I am glad that this one is a streamable one.
Oh, we called it streaming, but I'm sure some people had to pay for this.
Oh man, yeah, the motherfuckers that made it $800,000.
Yeah, right. They pay for a huge billboard of gayness advertisement.
You know what? Here's the thing. Again, I don't care. Yo, if the whole cast of this movie was gay, I wouldn't mind. It's how you deliver
how
it.
You approach it. Right.
They basically tried to make it was very insulting, the levels of say they're like, well, you know, basically they're arguing the shit that they've argued against, right? So the statistics are that in one household, right? That's like what, because they say with trans children, if you have it's highly unlikely to have a trans child, like an actual legitimately trans child, someone who actually is that by their own decision. A lot of the times it's the parents that are driving the ideology. Okay.
Influencing, yeah.
Yeah. Because their parents can use their fucking parents. A lot of parents nowadays like to use their kids for clout, and it pisses me off. So they know that this is a real popular thing now. So if you want to get popular on TikTok, because a lot of parents are on TikTok now, well, it's like, well, let me make my kid, let me make my kid trans, and then I can get popular off of them. A lot of parents do that. Yeah. Sadly, they do, and it's a damn shame that they do that. Because some kids actually do need help, and the parents don't give a fuck. They're getting the popularity.
No, they're making the money.
The likelihood of actually having a gay child or a trans child in your family is low. That's not to say that it's just to say out of all, it is not as frequent, right? So you're going to sit there and tell me, with those statistics being proven, you're going to tell me that half of your immediate family, right? Not your whole family, right? Because even in my family, right? Me.
Turned out gay and lesbian.
I'm not 100% heterosexual. My uncle, I have an uncle that's gay. I have two uncles that were gay. I'm probably sure that there's other non-straight heterosexual members in my family, right? But they're not immediate family. In my immediate family, that's me, my two brothers, and my mother. I am the only one out of them who is not immediately heterosexual. Okay? That's how rare that was, okay? Now, that was unlikely. In your family, there's potential, like out of you, your brother, your sister, and your mother and your father.
As far as I know, none, but there's potential.
There's potential that your brother...
No one has come out, but everybody knows.
Yeah, there's some potential there. But my point is, right, even if your brother was, that's it, right? There's still you, your brother, and your mother, your father, nobody else, right? You're going to tell me that 50% of your immediate family is gay?
Exactly, right? Just all of a sudden.
They're all household. And then you're going to sit there and tell me this is the message they were driving to this whole fucking film, is that the chick was obviously straight. She had a boyfriend. She was very highly religious and everything in the beginning of the movie. Okay? So you're going to tell me by the end of the movie, she went from being a highly religious, blue-collar, white blonde chick to a very rebellious, angry lesbian chick.
Lesbian, yep.
Get the fuck out of here. That's not how that works.
And everything. Yep.
That's not how that works. You don't turn gay just as much as you don't turn straight. If someone's gay, you can't turn them straight. You also can't turn a real, mind you, and I've had this argument. We've talked about this on other shows. I've met a lot of guys who sit there and say, I'm straight, heterosexual, but I love when another dude sucks my dick. You're not straight then.
You're not straight, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No way. But you're not straight.
But you're not straight. I have a couple I have a few 100% fully heterosexual friends, and they will say that even if they have a penis in their vicinity, it makes them uncomfortable.
Right.
And that's okay. You're allowed to be straight. You're not allowed to be homophobic, but you're allowed to be straight. If a penis makes you uncomfortable, that doesn't mean you're homophobic. That just means you're straight.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
So now, with all that being said, the ignorance in this film was saying that, oh no, you cannot change. That's basically what they said by the end of this movie is, no, you can't stop a person. You can't make a gay person straight, but you can make a straight person gay.
Yeah.
That's what this movie basically had to
message.
Say.
Yeah.
And this is coming from someone who is not fully heterosexual. Okay, and I'll be the first one to admit that that's insulting.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pushing a narrative.
You're pushing a narrative, exactly. I would never push my narrative. I would never say, well, I'm heteroflexible, possibly pansexual in that sense, right? Okay, if you want to really go that far, hell, even as far as maybe bisexual. Okay, if you really want to be that narrative, then I guess all three of those are somewhat accurate, right? Mm-hmm. But I would never tell you that that is the way you need to live your life.
Yeah, that's the right way to live. If you don't live that way, you're...
Yeah, I would never once ever push that narrative and say, well, you need to do this, or my way is the right way and your way is the wrong way. I don't say people who are wrong, and I don't say people who are fully gay or bi or straight. I never say any of them are wrong, because that's them. Yeah. So the fact that this movie had the balls to basically promote the idea that you can be straight and become gay, that's insulting.
Just like that, yeah.
Just like that. But you can't do it the other way. You can't be gay then turn straight. But you can be straight and turn gay.
Yep.
You
That's
can.
not an accepted narrative. So.
And then so many people in this. I swear to Christ, like every third person in this movie was fucking gay or bisexual or something. Like, you're gonna tell me this whole fucking town is like what?
That's how it felt.
Like, God damn. And again, I wouldn't care about it, but you're going to sit there and try to sit there and act that I'm that stupid to believe that a whole fucking town can
this whole town was San Francisco.
Yeah, this whole town was exactly. You only get away with that in San Francisco, exactly.
That's it. Whole town.
The whole town. The whole
fucking shit. Yep.
I don't know, man. Like, I really didn't want to not like this movie. I tried. Like I said, I started out, and you guys will get my score here soon. I started out with this film having a 1.5 on the woke meter, right?
And then boom,
to moving up that scale. All right. I tried to be a little more forgiving with this, because I was like, because here's the thing. I gotta, speak what I preach, right? And like I said, I seen gay couple didn't bother me, right? Once I seen the lesbian couple in there, I was like, okay, whatever. People, gay people tend to flock. It is what it is, right? So obviously a gay couple might be friends with a lesbian couple. Okay, no big deal.
Don't bother me. I see lesbian. The first thing I think about is sexy. That's all I'm thinking.
I mean, I can get down with either or. It depends.
Don't bother me.
You can't be too. Here's the thing. Like, if you're two feminine dudes, that might, I could get a semi chub, right? Maybe. You can't be two bears, though. Like,
yeah, baby.
Just two big fucking grizzly hairy guys, and you're just like going to town on each other. That's like instant softy for me. All right.
You don't like that Santa Claus look?
No, man. It's like watching two grizzly bears fuck. I can't do it.
Nice. Sexy.
But here's the thing. It's the same way with chicks too, right? So, and I know someone's going to get really, really offended by this, but I don't give a fuck. If you're two really, really masculine chicks getting it on, I'd probably get really, really instant soft too.
Yeah, me
I just,
too.
I don't find like, I'm not a real, like, I don't find masculines overly excessive attractive.
Mm-mm. It's like watching two early Chinas get at it.
Yeah, no,
big
no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that a muscular chick can't be attractive. I've found a few attractive. It just depends. It depends. Really,
it's rare. It's rare for me.
But again, I also I'm a big fan of the pixie cut if it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
Chicks with short hair, shit, that can that can get me going, right?
Yeah,
looking like you just over there looking like a young man with titties.
Like a little petite boy.
Yeah. No, I won't go that far. But like maybe 21-ish.
18 and above.
But my point is, it's like, you can't be so goddamn ignorant to sit there and make me. You broke complete immersion when you tried to make everybody gay.
Yeah. Because at that point it became nonsensical. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
There has to. I know it's a movie, and I know it's not supposed to be 100% reality, but you have to have some grounding. Some.
Right.
If there's no grounding and everything's just completely nonsensical, then, and this will go for any movie, any fucking movie, any movie that's pure nonsensical, and I've said this on other things, I can't get down with.
Yep.
Can't do it. This movie was insulting. It made no sense. The story was fucking poor.
Oh, terrible.
The only thing in this movie that was redeemable on an average level was the acting. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because the acting wasn't atrocious. It was
wasn't
bad,
atrocious, but it wasn't good either.
No,
yeah,
it was bad, but it wasn't atrocious. The production of this movie was average.
Yeah.
The story was fucking awful. Okay.
Terrible.
The gore, fucking.
That's my biggest pet peeve because
stupid.
it's a horror movie.
And it was there, right? It was there. It wasn't the worst. Okay, don't get me wrong. It was not the worst gore I've ever seen. It wasn't
the best either.
It was not the best by any means.
By far.
By any means. This movie. It's I think this film was more insulting than anything else.
It leaves a pimple on my butt.
I wouldn't even go as far as a pimple. I think this movie.
On my ass.
Okay, do you know what I was doing? I'm gonna tell you right now. Do you know what I was doing while I was watching this? And I started doing this 30 minutes into the movie.
Okay.
I didn't get my workout in. I didn't get my workout in during the day, so I was lifting weights. I was lifting weights while I was watching this movie.
Gotta kill the time.
That's how disinterested I was in this movie. I had to watch it because we had to do a show on it.
Yeah.
This is now officially the third movie, maybe fourth movie that I've actually had to force myself. Halfway through the movie, I was checking how much time I had left.
So you lost all interest in the movie.
All interest
midway.
I was already disinterested in it halfway through. I had no interest in watching the rest of the movie. I wanted to actually skip ahead, but I fought myself on not doing that.
Yeah, I like I said, I had to kill it because I just wanted to know if there was going to be a plot twist or something, and nothing. A big disappointment because I already knew who was a bad guy. I already knew, putting aside all the lesbian and all the gay things, I already knew who the bad guy was. Like, ugh.
And he wasn't a really good one either.
No, he wasn't a good bad guy either.
I shit turds way that probably look bigger than this guy.
More ferocious than that, yeah.
This guy, you're gonna try to convince me that this guy was running around as a serial killer and being strong and throwing people around and shit. And this guy I have turds that are bigger than him.
Yep.
Fuck out of here. And then the fucking costume was stupid.
Yeah, he was pretending to be an angel.
Who is an all white? Who wears an all... Dude, it was literally... You know what it was? It was the Scream costume, but in all white.
In all white, yeah.
That's what it was. Except the
instead of wearing except without the screen mask.
Dude, it even had this. It had a fucking like a weird knife, kind of like the Scream, like Ghostface had, right? Had that weird angel knife. It was dick riding off of Scream, and I hate Scream. Okay. But I would still say this
horror movies. Yep.
But I would still say at least Scream didn't dick right off of anything. Scream was a bad movie just because it was a bad movie, but it didn't dick right. It was his own thing. This movie,
and I will say this: Scream, the latest ones are really, really corny, but the first one I really enjoyed.
Well, no, the first Scream was fine. Okay, Wes Craven did that one. It was all right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love it, but it was whatever. Mm-hmm. I could have forgot about it, and I would have been over it. The reason I hate Scream so much is they persistently keep making them.
Oh, they're money grabs, terrible ones.
They should have did what I Know What You Did last summer, and they made a sequel to that fucking movie too. I forget what the name of it. Yep. I forget what it was, but they should have did what they did with those movies and just been done with them. They just keep making them. That's the problem with it. That's my problem with Scream is they keep fucking beating a dead horse with that one. This movie was blatantly, it was a parody of It's a Wonderful Life and a knockoff of Scream mixed together.
During the Christmas season.
And then tried to throw some supernatural shit in there.
Yep.
Fuck you. Don't insult my intelligence. But
terrible.
Let's get into the goddamn score of this fucking dumpster fire. For all those who are unaware, we'll give you a little brief here. What we do here is we give a short scoring 1 through 5 on story, acting, gore, and production. And anything in between that, so it's 1 through 5, anything between that, we give a 1.5, 2.5, so forth and so on. If it's below a 1, we give it a noble pile. If it's above a 5, we give it the seal of approval, which none of this should be getting that. Then... After we give those 4 scores, we give a woke meter. That's 1 through 10. The higher the number is, the worse the wokeness is. Okay? And then after that, we give our overall score, which is the same as the other one, except it's 1 through 10, and then you do your mid-range 1.5, 2.5, so forth and so on, and the Noble Seal and seal of approval and the Noble Pile are in effect. So, with that said, what do you give the overall score for the story of It's a Wonderful Knife?
I gave it as far as a 1.5. I couldn't go any higher.
Wow, you
1.5.
Shit.
Terrible story.
God,
terrible.
You did lower than me. That's wow.
Yep, 1.5.
Okay, I gave it a 2. Still below average. I gave it a 2 because the concept of a parody, It's a Wonderful Life, could have been interesting.
If it would have been done right, yeah.
Yeah, if done right, it could have been done interestingly. And at least 30 minutes into the movie, I was somewhat interested. But then it lost me. And it wasn't even just all the wokeness. It was the plot holes. It was the inability to do character progression. It was the inability to tell a good story. It was the lack of care to even tell a good story.
Yep.
And I've said this a billion times, and I'll continue to make this point. You do not have to have a high budget to write a good story.
No, you don't.
You just have to have good creativity. If you lack creativity, it doesn't matter how much. And we've said this about movies who've had a lot of money and land up being a bad fucking movie just because they had no creativity.
You can have all the money in the world, but if you can't come up with a good story, you just have a terrible.
It goes shit is shit. You can paint a turd gold. It's still a fucking turd.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfume it all you want.
It's still gonna stink. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna smell like a rosy turd. That's what it is. So you gave it a 1.5. I gave it a 2. Still below average for both. I'm seeing a trend here for the Halloween because so far these Christmas fucking horror movies, they can't break the scale at all. They're always shit.
Nope.
Okay. Going on to acting now. What do you give the acting of this movie?
I give it a 2.5. I was not impressed, and I wasn't disappointed either, but I wasn't impressed. It was just right down the middle. 2.5.
No, I was right there with you. I actually gave it a 2.5 as well. Very average. Nothing blow. It wasn't horrible acting, but they were just basically people. You know what this was for probably some of these actors?
Mm-hmm.
It was a paycheck.
That's it.
They Nicolas Caged this one.
Yeah,
and you know
put
what?
A couple names on there.
You know what? And that's not even a shot at Nicolas Cage because Nicolas Cage knows that he took a lot of bad movies to pay some bills, but at least those bad movies he did, he still acted in the movies. Like it wasn't his acting wasn't bad in those movies. He was acting like Nicolas Cage. They were just bad movies. At least he acted in this movie. These guys were just like, whatever. It's a paycheck.
Whatever. I need money. Let's do it.
But I mean, also keep in mind. Okay.
Can't blame them though. I mean,
if someone brought you a script, right, and the first thing you see is the title, and it says it's a beautiful knife. You can't have high hopes. Yeah, you just got to look at that and be like, oh man, this is gonna pay rent this month. That's what that's gonna do.
That's it. Yep.
It's gonna pay my child support.
That's it.
What the fuck
Might
that
as well
is?
do it. It's a job.
Oh god, a job's a job. Yo, that's like when people are like, would you suck a dick for $20? And you're like, $20 is $20. That's what that says. That's what the purest equivalent of this fucking movie is. All right, let's move on to the gore. What do you give the gore score of this film?
I gave it a 1. I was really disappointed. Wow. It was just stabbings. That's all they did. Just
and half of them weren't even on. Like you didn't even get to see them.
Half of them weren't even on screen. So
these were worse than Scream's atrociousness. At least in some ways, Scream showed you some of it.
At least, yeah. So there was no out of the ordinary kill. It was just stabbings, and bad ones at that. So I'm just gonna keep it at a 1. Didn't impress me at all.
I gave it a 1.5. Because there were some parts where there was blood spatter, and that was just me being nice. That's all that is.
Part where he got blood all over his angel suit.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah. There was the blood. No, there was the one part where he's axing the one guy outside the window and all the blood splatter, which is funny, right? Because everybody's outside the window and doesn't see all this blood splattering on the fucking window.
Nope, they're all jamming or whatever they were doing.
All jamming. Oh, and the fact I forgot the net before we get into this, before I give my part on that. Well, I said it was a 1.5. I just have to make a little side note. The fact that this was a seriously woke movie, but in the Ultimate Universe, half people in this movie were openly smoking crack.
Yeah. Yep.
Like they actually had a crack pipe and they were lighting it.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Teenagers.
Yep.
These were teenagers because that's how teenagers party. Apparently.
Yep. All teenagers, all they want to do is get high. That's
Which
it.
no, well, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. In some ways, that's true. But I never went to a house party in my youth. Okay, people were probably drinking or smoking the green or whatever. Maybe did some like upper something. But nobody in their right mind goes to a house party and starts smoking crack.
Smoking crack. Come on, man.
Nobody. Nobody. That's where the fuck did they think that was a good idea?
I guess crack is like weed in that universe. I don't know.
Awful. Like so fucking awful. Like I just had to freaking go back to that because that annoyed the shit out of me. They called it something else in the movie, but they're literally holding at one point it's the glass vial with the bubble at the end. It's a fucking crack pipe.
And the fucking dude is lighting it underneath and like just blowing shit. Like come on.
I'm like, my guy, you're sitting there. This is a crack pipe, and you're like what? You're like 20. And you're at a frat party. You're at a frat party smoking crack because that's what the teenagers are doing nowadays.
Fuck! I hope it's not. Jesus.
Oh my God! Don't give me. If that's what wokeism is, that's oh my God. Okay.
Woo.
So yeah, gore score 1 and 1.5. Still like everything. Nothing has gone. I want you to realize this. Nothing has gone past the 2.5 so far.
Nope.
Production. What do you give the production of this film?
Didn't amaze me either. Nothing. Like I literally gave it a 2.5 because it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. 2.5, right down the middle.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you. Everything was the bare minimum that they could do.
It was well filmed. That's all I can say.
Well filmed, sure, but it was very average.
Music was garbage. It was whatever. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I don't even know. I can't even rebuttal that. It's just like whatever.
It was whatever.
Yeah, production. Yep. I gave the production again 2.5 as well. Very average. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. So let's get to the interesting one here. What do you give the oh my God, the woke meter? What do you give the woke meter on this? Because I got a woke meter score.
The woke meter goes up to 10, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you said you were going. Yeah, it goes up to 10. Yes.
I'm going to give it a 10. It was woke.
Oh wow. I didn't think it was a 10. Holy shit.
It was that woke. It was woke.
I didn't give it a 10.
A to B.
No, I didn't because I gave it a 7. Which is still pretty fucking high.
Yeah.
That's still pretty fucking high, but I didn't give it a 10.
In my opinion, it started woke.
No, it was. That's the thing. It's just the wokeness in the very beginning wasn't as atrocious, so you didn't really notice it until you really started thinking about it. And then by the end of the film, you start thinking about the wokeness from the beginning of the film, and you're like, oh, wow, this whole fucking film was.
They kind of eased you into it, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. This was like an indoctrination film. That's what this was.
Right. And I still gave it a 10 because I felt that I don't remember a part in the movie that wasn't woke oriented.
No, the whole film was. The whole film was. And I could go higher. But I have seen worse.
This is the worst movie when it comes down to woke that I've watched.
Oh no, I have
the entire series. Yeah.
No, I've seen worse. I think that's the reason why. Not during this series. This is the highest one. This is definitely
overall.
I've definitely seen more atrocious movies than this. I have. I think that's the reason why I'm giving it a 7 is because I have seen movies that deserve a 10. And this one, even though I would love to give it a 10, and I would love nothing more than to give this movie. I would like to take a shit on it. Like I would purposely buy the physical copy of this movie just to take a shit on it, but I don't want to give them any money.
Yeah.
So okay. So you gave it a 10. You get this. This takes ever since we started the woke meter, which is in this this season. This is the highest rated one.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I shouldn't be surprised. It's a 2023 movie.
Yep. Makes sense.
All the horror movies that I've seen in 2023 so far have had some instance in it. This is just the worst one.
It's a common theme with Hollywood, or small,
it's just getting worse. And you know what? This makes sense with the ruling that are going into 2024. This film would be considered Oscar worthy, just because of its inclusion, not because it's a good movie. The movie was shit, but because of how much inclusion that it had in it, it would deserve a reward.
Yep.
That's how the new Hollywood's going into. It has nothing to do with quality. It has to do with inclusion.
Nope. It needs gays. It needs blacks. It needs Hispanics. And it
doesn't need good actors. It needs inclusion. That's what it needs.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If you are a gay, lesbian, Native American, but you are perfect for the role and you do a great role, then great. I will not argue. You absolutely deserve that role. But I don't believe that you should get that role just because you are a gay, lesbian, Native American.
That's the point.
That's the point. You don't get to have privileges just because of some shit that you didn't even like. That's just the way it is. So that's like me saying I'm visually impaired. I should deserve everything. Hand me everything. I'm needy. No, I don't. I'm not entitled to shit.
Nope.
I need to earn everything, right? So should
everybody
you.
else in society does. Yep.
So with that said, let's give the overall of this film. Let's get it out of the way so we can piece the fuck out of this one. What do you give the overall rating of It's a Wonderful Knife?
I gave it a 2.5. Why? Because it wasn't the worst movie ever.
I think I gave it a higher rating than you. That's crazy.
It wasn't the worst movie ever, but it definitely wasn't good. 2.5. It's the highest I can go.
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
And the reason why is because for a little bit, it kept me interested. Right? Not because it was a good movie, just I was curious. I was curious on how you make a horror parody of It's a Wonderful Life. Right?
It is bad, right?
By 30 minutes into the movie, I automatically knew it was a dick riding ripoff of Scream. And then they started with the supernatural shit, and then the wokeness started getting really heavy, and then that's when it went down. So within 40 minutes of the movie, that's where the roller coaster took the dip for me. So for 40 minutes, I didn't truly hate the movie. I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. And then that second half, I just fucking completely hated it. So that's why I gave it a 4.
I think I disliked this movie more than you did, in a way.
I think so.
Yeah.
I still hated it. Regardless.
Yeah, definitely. I had to finish it because I just wanted to know how it ended. Like,
I didn't even want to finish it that.
It's so bad. Like, you just want to know, like, how are they going to end it?
I didn't even finish watching it for that. You know the reason why I finished this movie and why I didn't turn it off?
Mm-hmm.
Because you picked it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I'm dead serious. If I had picked this movie up out of boredom, and I would have turned it off 35 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, if I did this movie as a family movie outside the show, I think we would have chosen a second movie, a different movie halfway through this.
We've done that before, where we were like, we don't want to do this movie.
Absolutely, yep.
We have done that before. We have canceled a movie just because it was so bad. We did that in season 1. I can't remember what we did it on, but we watched something and we're like, this movie's shit. We don't want to do it, and then we moved on. I can't remember what movie we did it on. So, actually, we even did. I won't mention it, but we actually did that for the Quest season 1 too. There was a film that we never released. I won't say which it was, but we did unrelease one and never released it. It went into the garbage.
Yep. Yes, it did.
So we do have those instances. And this movie, if it wasn't for the fact that it was a holiday movie and we needed to do our holiday movies, I would have said no. I don't want to do this movie. This movie's horrible.
Yeah.
But here we are. So I gave it a 4, which is me being nice. You gave it a 2.5.
Yep.
Would you recommend this movie to be rented?
No, not rented. No.
I barely want to recommend this movie to even be watched.
It's well, you got to pay for the subscription, but if you have Shudder, is it?
It's
Shudder it was.
And this is disrespectful for Shudder.
It is.
And
they got pretty bad movies on there too.
Oh, they do.
And this is just terrible.
This does not. Shudder needs to take this shit off. It's bad. Okay. Oh my fucking god! This is up there with a Red Snow.
It makes sense. It makes sense that Shudder's the only agency that would pick it up for streaming.
Shudder's actually picking up because they have Child's Play and all that other shit. But
That's
yet
true.
they have. But then they have, and this is a Shudder movie.
Is it a Shudder
I
original?
think this is the Shudder, because I remember it be having like the Shudder thing. I think this is the Shudder movie. I can't remember. I know this is Shudder promoted. I don't think this is a Shudder movie, but I think this is Shudder promoted.
Yeah.
God damn it, Shudder, do better.
They paid for exclusive rights to this. Why?
It gave me. This makes my gooch fucking swell up.
Gooch.
I got a swollen gooch because of this movie. All right.
I was swollen taint.
Right there, man. It's sweaty. I was like, I want to shove a fork in my ass. That's how this movie
That
made
would
me
be
feel.
better than the movie.
It would, straight up. Shit it out 3 times, still be better.
Yep.
But that is
Sideways.
our take on It's a Wonderful Knife. I don't recommend this movie at all. Not even watching it. I don't.
No.
You can creep by this movie.
Yeah, it's a terrible
horrible movie.
Christmas movie, if you want to call it.
And
that.
you know what? And dude, we are 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah,
because we watched 2 in season 1. This is our this is our first one. We have another one next week. Okay.
Yep.
But this is our 3rd Christmas movie for the Grimm Tales, and all 3 of them were dog shit. Out of all 3, you know what? And I hate to say this. This is how bad this is. Out of all 3 of the movies we watched so far, that's Red Snow, Santa Slays, and It's a Wonderful Knife. Santa Slays is still the best one.
Yes, it is.
God, at least that one had some titty.
It had titty and it had Goldberg.
It had Goldberg, titty, and some gore. Like, son of a bitch.
At the time, one of my favorite wrestlers, but not no more.
Don't get me wrong. That's not saying that was a good movie. It was a bad fucking movie. But out of those 3 fucking movies, that was still the better one.
Oh, yeah.
So I have high hopes. I really do. I have high hopes for next week's movie.
I hope so. I really do hope so.
The next week's one we're doing what the fuck's the name of it?
It's not A Silent Night, is it?
No, it's like 'Tis a Good Night or some shit like that. Basically, the movie's about 2 insane asylum serial killers, a man and a woman. They're in a couple, but they're dressed as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they go on a serial killing spree. It was like Tis the Night or some shit. Thing. Yeah, but it's horror and Santa Claus, right? So I'm really hoping that was a violent, gory something. Fuck, we need a break.
Something, man. Yes, we do.
Because I'm going to start losing hope in these goddamn Christmas horror movies. I have yet to ever see a good Christmas horror movie. I'm just saying, I haven't seen one.
It's a hard genre to fill, I guess. I don't know.
I could write one. I'm thinking about fucking writing one.
Yeah, right? We could probably make a better Christmas fucking horror movie.
You know what will be I really do hope what will be our Christmas pick for next year's? And that might be the actual good Christmas movie.
I hope so, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Terrifier 3, which is supposed to be a
Yep.
Christmas horror movie. And I hope it is, and I hope it's the best fucking Christmas horror movie ever made.
Yep,
Which here's the thing. The ceiling's not very high. It's a Terrifier movie, so it better be good on top of that. And then it being a Christmas movie, it should automatically be an instant win. Just saying.
Yep.
So,
should be better than all the ones we've done, so
far, I fucking hope so. But with that said, we're going to get the fuck out of here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That is our take on It's a Wonderful Knife. I don't think you should, don't waste your time.
Nope.
It's
not at all.
Shit movie. Fucking billboard for like pro wokeism. Just let's creep this one under the rug, and we're just gonna move past. If you disagree, which I'm pretty sure there's some fucking snowflakes in the goddamn comments that are gonna comment. If you feel like, hey, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome to leave your hate down below and let us know how wrong we are for shitting on your anthem. That's what it's for.
Yep, let us know.
Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all things Noble and everything that we do. Make sure to check out NobleJi.com for the merch store. Get yourself over there, and hopefully next week we will launch. Sale. Yep, we will launch that Christmas sale, and hopefully have you some unique items. We're hoping to have some unique items for the season of Low. It's the December to what is it? What did they say? December to dismember.
Yeah,
because that's what we do. It's a horror show.
That's what we do here.
That's what it is. We have to have some horror. We have to fill the Christmas season with some horror, because that's what we do around this time.
That's correct.
But Like I said, make sure to check out the website. It's all there, past, present, and future. Every episode that we do of Grimm Tales, the podcast, is there. Make sure to stay up to date with everything. The next time you see this face is this Sunday for Game Nights with yours truly. And then, of course, we have Attacking the Topic every Thursday at 7:55 p.m., 8 p.m. EST. Every Wednesday, we have The Quest. That is our spoiler-free movie take, where it's 30 minutes, right to the point. That is every Wednesday at 12 p.m. EST. Game Nights, like I said, with yours truly, is every Sunday, 6:55, 7 o'clock p.m. EST, over on the Twitch channel. And then, of course, you have every Friday right here until episode 30, Grimm Tales, the podcast. So
yeah, buddy, and Merry fucking Christmas early.
Both episodes are going to be a little early, but still, you know.
Yeah, I say Merry Christmas. Fuck you.
I was saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, do all whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever the fuck.
Whatever the fuck gets your goddamn jollies. I don't give a fuck. Stick a mistletoe in your ass. I don't give a shit.
Or all I give a shit. Yep.
But with that said, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. It is that time of the night. Hopefully,
I wonder if you stick a high-powered light bulb in your ass, would your dick glow?
Are you saying like
a Christmas bulb right up the asshole? Deep.
Is it an LED light?
Yeah, would your dick glow? Or what if it's a condenser light? That would burn your asshole.
Oh no, dude! If it's got an electrical current going on, that motherfucker will burn. shooting electric bolts out your fucking dick hole and shit. God damn.
Ah, jeez.
That's just ouch. I'm not ready for none of that shit. But
nope.
That is us, guys. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend over here on this wonderful Friday. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully the weather's not treating you poorly. Hopefully you're getting prepared for the holidays is working out for you. And we will see you next Friday for our next Grimm Tales holiday special. Make sure to tune in, like I said, this Sunday, 6:55, 7 o'clock p.m. EST for Game Nights with yours truly. Until then, it is time to get the fuck out of here. And we will see you.
That's what I think of the movie.
Yeah. Fuck it. Right? Yeah, you know what? I'll join you. Fuck that.
Yeah, rip it up.
Fucking piece of shit. We're out of here, guys. We will see you when we see you.
Peace.
Peace out.